Welcome back to Clair lune from scratch. Okay, I think a lot of you have been waiting for this page. Now we start to hit some of the most challenging portions of the piece. But never fear, we're going to take it a little bit at a time and you're going to see it's not so bad once you take things apart. Okay, first off what I'm going to do is we're at the end of this page, at least on this digital copy, and then we go to the next page which takes us to the beginning over here, but instead of kind of having that little kind of image break, I'm going to purposefully, as I've done before with differing lines, but now I'm going to go ahead and cut the last measure of this page, okay? And I'm going to paste it on here. And let's go ahead and just kind of resize that so we can see that a little more clearly. Let's do this over here like that. All right. And I'm going to leave this to the left a little bit here. And then let's take the very first measure of the next page. All right. I really find this exercise to be very, very helpful to understand how connections are made. And that kind of minimizes what I consider mental blocks or the mental obstacles that can prevent me from really seeing connections due to the physical limitations of paper. The very act of turning the page can very subtly create this a bit of an obstacle course connecting one idea to the next. Okay, so by doing this, I'm just trying to make this a little bit easier to see the connections. Okay, so let me just go ahead and quickly play through the previous measure over here. If you recall, bumblebee buzzing, buzzing, and it goes bumblebee buzzing, buzzing. Okay, and what I see immediately is a big jump that goes quite far down. Okay, let's use our new mnemonics to find these notes down here. Again, F clef. Okay, fall down ball game takes us down to the bottom line. That bottom line is a G. Okay, G. We're running out of lines here, so we have to climb down. F. This is an E or an E flat. Okay, so fall down ball game E flat. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and give you a shortcut because I see that this is an octave. You can spend your time counting it out if you want, but that bottom note is also an E flat, so that's an octave down there. Okay. Now the very next set of notes takes us to treble clef territory. Take a look at that. So we have to count with the great big dog fur mnemonic going up. Okay. So G clef, G. We see a G right here, which is part of the chord. It's kind of lifted, kind of written off to the side because the notes are so close together. Adjacent notes are written that way. Okay, G flat, and the note below that is an F, okay, and then great, big, that's a B flat over here. These are the three notes that we're going to be jumping to in the left hand, okay? So, let's take it a little bit at a time. Let's first take a look at the connection from here to here, okay? Look at that, okay? Huge distance, okay? And let's go even further and kind of look at how this connects even from back here. Okay? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just go from the beginning of the measure so we can see how this all connects together from here to this point. Okay? Left hand. We just left this area, we're kind of in the middle of the keyboard here. Now to find this low E flat, we're going to have to go, if I'm going to use this as an eyeball, see this D flat over here? One D flat, two D flats, and there we're here. Okay? So we're jumping 1, 2 octaves to get down to here. Okay? See how I'm doing that? Skip down. Okay? So it's a little bit past down there. And then we come back up. Okay? So look at this E flat over here. 1, go past the second one. And right above that is going to be this portion. So what I'm going to do as a strategy for practicing, okay, here's my second finger. I would actually kind of perhaps start from here so I can get the whole feel of this and then go to here and go to here. Okay? There's an idea that I want you to have in your mind in terms of practicing large jumps, and that's the idea of smooth movements between great distances. Okay? To try to avoid something that where you're kind of hunting and pecking around to find the notes. and then you just kind of finding your way in little hops and leaps. I want you to actually imagine playing the piano a bit like Tai Chi. If you've ever seen Tai Chi practitioners and the beautiful way they move their arms and hands in slow motion, I want you to kind of leap that way and practice finding this in one motion down here and one motion up here. And make that a practice for a day or so. Just jump, jump, and see if you can make this almost automatic in terms of how you find those notes. Setting that programming into your head, Tai Chi. In other words, I don't want you to do kind of bounce, 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 find the note, bounce, 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 find the note. Those extra bounces, I find with students, they program those bounces in. And it's remarkable to see when students come back for a lesson that their memory precision for the mistakes they create is quite remarkable. So if you can eliminate that from the beginning and create a simple motion down, a simple motion up, okay, your arm will learn to find those notes with a lot less effort. Okay, so that's the lesson for just the beginning portion of this next measure, and then we're going to go ahead and add the right hand jump in the next, and then the rest of the measure as well. Okay, so I'll see you at the next lesson.